One thing that I think is easy to take for granted is that not everywhere in the modeling world, if you've ever used any other modelers, the factory presets actually sound that great. Now, I'd encourage you, if you've not checked out some of the factory presets, that there is some great stuff in here. These videos are brought to you by G66 UK, and that's the place to get your FM3, AXFX3, FM9 or VP4 in the UK service centre, no import charges, all that good stuff. Now, I did check out the very first preset is actually really cool, but I came across this Wreckers preset, which when I first got my FM3, I think this might have been one of the first places that I started, because the Trainwreck amp, Ken Fisher was responsible for this venture. Really great sounding amps. Now, I think this is quite a good sort of starting point, I think, for quite a lot of things. So I'm just playing with a telly here. And you can hear it's got this lovely sort of quality to it where you're getting some really lovely qualities there. Just a really simple recording Studio C. That's a reminder that might be a reverb worth checking out. The Wrecker Rocket, really simple settings here. We've got gain at 4.5, bass at 3.55, and treble at 8, input trim at 1. Then cab wise, using Legacy Cab 148. Now this is another reminder that essentially if you find a cab that you like in basically any preset, it's worth making a note of it. As you can find that using a similar cab across presets can help you to have a more kind of cohesive sound when you're switching between different bits and pieces. So just having like a couple of go-to cabs, like for me, I really like Legacy Cab 103. But this was 148, right? I think. So just... So that's kind of scene one, just a straightforward Wrecker Rocket, Trainwreck Rocket, into the cab, 148, you know, what more do you need? Okay, then we move to scene two, and this is kind of gain up now to 6, and you get... But we've got less treble, so if we take that back up, it's just, I think, a really good like starting point. Well, it's got like a load of snarl, but equally like when you clean up. And then, right, let's move along. The Liverpool Bright, now this is a bit closer to a Voxy circuit, I think. It's just a great sound again. Same cab, all we're changing is to the Wrecker Liverpool Bright, and you've got bright switch on, gain at 4, bass at 5, mids at 4, treble at 5, presence at 5. These are non-master volume amps, but just a fantastic, a bit more jank to it. And then the Liverpool without the bright switch. with it. Yeah, I like it more with the bright switch on. It's kind of, to me, a bit more unique. Then we've got Liverpool lead, so now we're getting... So that's just, you know, another great thing. Here we've got the tube screamer in front of the Liverpool Bright, then 80s style chorus. Again, just another great scene. Then we can keep going through here. Flange lead. BBF2. Same tube screamer, still Liverpool Bright. Then we've got Rocket Dry. Just a great starting point. Then Liverpool Dry. So I would say, you know, it's I think, just a really nice sort of point from which you could start to make some other... If you decide, actually, I prefer a bit of a wetter reverb, just maybe create a copy of this preset and then think about what you might change. Like maybe you change it to a larger plate type reverb. You know, do you want to smooth things off? Maybe you consider bringing a high cut in a bit for your leads. If you wanted a bit more gain, you know, you've still got plenty of room to increase the gain if you're using like a lower output. And it's an amp that really sounds good with lots of gain. For me, that's maybe not my favourite sort of delay, so I might personally just jump across and change this to like my library, recall Devin Townsend. Bit higher mix maybe. Maybe I do this sort of thing. Now I've got a bit of a stereo. You know, that's maybe something that's suiting me, but you see I've not really made big changes. If I save this as preset, save copy, I just think it's such a good starting point. Let's replace that, save. So yeah, I'll drop that into the folder if you want to try it. But as I say, you know, this is a factory preset that I've not really made any real huge changes from. I've just pulled across like a couple other things that I like there. maybe drop a high cut in the old the cab to kind of warm up the sound a bit, but it's, I think, just a great starting point for a preset. So give that a try. If you're looking for cleaner tones, the Liverpool actually does clean up really nicely too. Let's put our delay on. It's just fantastic. Starting point. I'll catch you in another video soon. Check out that preset. Wreckers. Cheers for stopping by.